To be continued. Oh, wait.
Larry Butts did it. The end. December 28th, 2:30, whatever.
Courtroom number 3. Then I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted this own guilt. He has confessed his crime.
Yes, as you're eating something.
Shut up. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination.
Let's cross-examine the parrot again.
Yes, he'll definitely help prove our case.
The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today.
I almost feel like it would make more sense if they just call it the statute of limitations, you know?
Maybe.
Statute.
Your statute.
Tatatute.
No tatatute.
Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book.
That's
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I see. Does the defense have any objections?
Yes.
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
I want Godot to appear.
Very well.
Or Godot, or whatever.
Godot, I don't know how you say it.
Mr. Coffee Visor Man.
Yeah. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
I will find you in real life and I will pour coffee on you.
That's kind of mean, Matt.
It's cold coffee.
Will the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth, and I'm a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your own father, Gregory Edgeworth, correct? Is this correct?
Stop
You're
putting
right.
words into his mouth.
It's the same thing.
It is correct.
Ooh.
Then testify about this matter to the court.
I shot him in the gun.
Shut up in the gun.
The gun is a part of the human body.
Now.
Anyway, when Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
You can't throw a gun and make it fire.
You can.
Please,
Modern guns
please.
don't work like that.
I mean, if the safety's off, then you threw it. Oh, did I just guess it?
No.
Modern guns don't work like
No.
that.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. Well, as we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. Jeez. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events.
Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor.
They're actually inhaling helium.
Inhale my arrangement.
No, you.
The day I got to the courtroom to observe one of father's trials.
Present badge.
Sure, might as well press everything. What was your trial? What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Okay, willing to bring up the matter? Probably not. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case?
It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the detail. Oh, fuck you!
Sure you don't.
Sure you don't. I mean, you should know this. You have those
He just
files.
said the other person was like, oh, I don't know, it's 15 years ago.
You should have, court records of these things.
Nah, they throw them out every 15 years. Specifically 15 years.
This whole court system is incompetent as it is. I don't think they keep any record.
Dude, the judge is actually blind. They have to give
Oh,
him
you'd be
braille.
surprised. You should see, like, Edgeworth's library. Okay.
Because that's Edgeworth.
Yep, it is, actually.
Edgeworth.
That was when the
That was when Edward.
That was
That was when the edge. The edge.
that was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's testimony or as evidence. Wow, I cannot read.
Edge.
I was going to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us. Press. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator?
Yeah, and my dog.
Yes. Myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, no one came out. No one came to help. Wow. My father lost her composure. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... Wasn't something heavy fell in my... What was it? A pistol. And I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster.
Wow, that's a very bad holster.
And you picked it up. What happened next?
He shotgun.
I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. Wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick I panicked.
So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi?
I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think, after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. Can I look at something real quick? Gun! we actually haven't even looked at these 2. Well, maybe this one.
Taken from Gregory Edgeworth's hearts. Still bears clear ballistic markings.
Oh, wait a minute.
And then look at this.
Oh.
There's like a hole in the elevator, or a crack, so you have to wonder how that happened.
So there's more than one shot then.
He punched it, obviously, with his tiny fist.
Okay.
I mean, technically, because it said they removed it from the heart.
Let's
If
take
there
a
was a
look at the
hole,
pistol.
if there was a hole in the window, that means it must have exited his body. So there's more than one shot.
Well, wait, pistol said fired twice.
What? What?
Yeah!
This is basically when
Yeah.
we're proving a different case.
Yeah, I thought so.
They echoed in my head every day.
Epic Fun Time Brigade does not recommend throwing guns at anyone. Please
Well,
do
unless
not.
it throws a gun that shoots more guns that shoots knives.
No,
Please don't.
please don't.
That gunshot and that horrible scream.
Good luck finding that.
The scream. It's a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day, yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
Yeah, Wilhelm scream.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I better find out and quick.
The Wilhelm scream.
Okay, so I have to find a contradiction.
If he was unconscious, how the hell could he
Oh no, he
hear
heard.
that?
No, he heard the scream before he got unconscious.
I thought he said he was.
So like
When he threw the gun, he fell into unconsciousness.
well, like he heard the scream, then he fell unconscious. I don't know.
If you're unconscious, that means you have no control over your body and can't hear anything.
You're unconscious.
It happens to everyone. We all fall asleep. Like, what if we're staying up to watch a movie and we fall asleep halfway through?
Hold it!
I almost.
Objection!
I mean, if we want to
Present
present
Polly.
that picture, I would.
Yeah, but is this the right statement to present it on?
Oh yeah, do that one.
There was a single gunshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one.
Hold it! Objection! Take that!
Yep. So there was only one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. It must have been scary. Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph!
Every time it makes me laugh.
This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. There is a clear contradiction between your testimony and this picture. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth.
But look at
What
the
do you
gun.
mean contradiction? As always, the judge is clueless.
Wow.
Well, at least you didn't say
Wow.
Show the judge the contradiction.
It's obviously the buttons.
Elevator buttons.
Yeah.
As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door.
That's a window.
Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testifies that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one, but two shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth only hear one gunshot?
This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? It might have been there before the incident occurred. Then they wouldn't let people in the elevator.
No, they totally would have
Nope.
because it's Japan.
Yeah.
If it was there before, it has nothing to do with this incident. That doesn't make any sense.
It's a courthouse.
It's a pre-existing condition. Ooh, top
Mr.
of
Wright, do you have proof that this bullet hole was caused at the time of the incident?
Yes.
Yeah, because it wasn't patched, stupid.
Yes.
Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible.
No, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof.
The bullet.
What do you have that proves the bullet hole on the door was related to this case?
Is it the...
Is it the other bullet? It's the other bullet, isn't it?
Hold
Oh,
on. Hold on, I want to read this some more.
No clues were found on the scene. One bullet in the heart. Murder weapon was fired twice.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it was victim data.
Okay.
Yeah, it was obviously because Miles Edgeworth was age 9.
Okay. Your Honor, the answer is in this file.
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? Why would you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on.
He says it's a really big thing, but there's only 3 pages.
Which page shows the link between the bullet hole and the DL6 incident? The whole thing.
Literally
Read
the
it.
only one you haven't shown yet.
Yeah, so it was victim, right?
Yeah, victim. Victim.
Yeah.
Victim.
Because we didn't show the other one. It wasn't suspected. It wasn't case summary.
Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. I just wanted to make sure they weren't gonna trick you and say, like, this is not in the exact order as, like,
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
Driving!
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory's Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course.
I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand.
What if there was only one bullet and it went through the window?
Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page.
Case summary, that's on page 1.
Look what it is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene.
But then it contradicted itself.
If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene.
Not if it went through the window.
He does have a point.
Well, technically the bullet shells would be there unless the bailiff picked up the bullet shells, which I highly doubt.
That second bullet has never been found.
He inhaled it.
Why? Because the second bullet does not exist, and it's fired twice, you Nimrod.
There is a fallacy name for this fallacy. I forget what it is.
The bullet that claimed
What
Gregory
fallacy?
Edgeworth's
Like,
life was the one fired by his own son.
The one where it's like if it doesn't exist, then it must be false or
Okay,
something.
yeah.
Or if like you can't prove it, so I will still believe what I believe, even though it would make more sense to believe what you
That's
believe.
called being ignorant.
No, you shut your face. That's not. There's a fallacy name for it. And I forgot what it is.
Yeah, there's a specific name for it. Right, I believe
It's called being stubborn.
No.
It's called being ignorant
it's like-
and stubborn.
Oh wait, no.
Add
I think it's
something.
actually called appeal to ignorance, or something. Or no, that was something else.
No, that was something else.
That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something
Ad hominem,
else
though.
that made that bullet hole in the door.
Ad hominem is calling him a doofus.
Order. I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Connor says, the second bullet fired was not found. It was hardly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet.
It went through the window and fell down the elevator shaft. How hard is that to believe?
So all we have is
well,
the
the judge
single
is
bullet
blind.
fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
And that judge is extremely
Tisk,
biased.
tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
Lack of.
Yeah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist.
It can't fire twice if it doesn't exist.
Why was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you get it. But you said you'd do it, Nick.
But where'd the second hole come from?
You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent.
You can't punch a hole that small.
I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought the two shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot.
What if he threw the gun and it broke a hole in the mirror, and then the guy picked up the gun and shot man?
Maybe the
Maybe
they were in
karma
an
did
elevator,
it.
right? Maybe the bullet went out the window or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It fell down the elevator shaft.
That's what I said.
But now I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only one bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
Precisely.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. None. No, I do not.
You fucking idiot.
So you killed your father though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no, he's confessing. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murderer Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here.
And then Maya became a ghost.
Right now.
Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I should be saying. But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright.
Object!
I would try.
Your Honor? I object.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Scrub.
Wow.
Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no.
Oh no, oh no.
Grah. It must exist.
Oh, wait.
The second bullet.